found you. And I hope your higher self is showing itself in your life. So I wanted to pop on here and have a serious conversation, man, because a lot of people, you hear people all the time, divine ones, chosen ones, people, period, are going through a situation where groups of people are coming up against you. Noise campaigns with your neighbors, slamming doors, people spreading rumors, people stealing from you, family backbiting. Listen, man, and this is just, I'm going to speak from experience how I dealt with it. Okay, now, if I told you on Tuesday somebody's going to slap you in the face, are you going to walk around all Monday and Tuesday with a mouthpiece in your mouth and your hands up like this, looking around? No, that's what they want. They want to take you out of position and make you feel so uncomfortable that you have your guards up, because when your guards are up, you're not open and willing to receive. No, if you're going to smack me in the mouth, please do it. We'll see what happens next. That's my attitude. You want to make a bunch of noise while I'm trying to meditate? Awesome. You're helping me figure out how to stay more focused. Everything that is against you help you. When people around you act like you're the oddball, realize this. Of course, you're going to be the oddball because you don't want to play follow the leader. You dress different. You talk different. You have different ideals. You have a different outlook on life. That doesn't make you better than anyone. All right? But it sure as fuck don't make you them. Okay? So you have to realize that, when you got these women that are like, oh, they're trying to emasculate men and lie on their manhood and lie, say, oh, I think he's gay or he did this or he did that, da 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 da, right? You have to understand, I'm speaking from a man's standpoint. A lot of women feel intimidated by a man who doesn't need anything except just their presence, their love. Hey, your company. I don't need any money from you. You feel me? I don't even need that shit between your legs for you. I need what's up here. And see, women will get intimidated because they've been dealing with a bunch of guys that want to use them, that want to take them out the game, that want to take them out position. So they think that that's normal. When they meet a person that really wants to pick them up, oh, you're the enemy, because it makes them look at their life and look at the decisions that they have made thus far and say, whoa, wait a minute. I'm the one who made this decision. So, you know what? I'm not even going to think about it anymore. That nigga's gay. That nigga's gay. Why? Because I can't control him. And it goes both ways. It goes both ways. Women, you meet these men that, oh, she acts masculine. She's too independent. Da 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 da. Why? Because they're used to a woman coming up under them and crying and whining and fix this for me. Please help me. I can't do this. Playing the victim. You understand? Well, I wouldn't say play victim. They're playing damsel in distress, right? And when you pull up on that guy and you like, I got my own everything, bro. Got my own everything. I don't even need that shit between your legs, man. Hey, I think you're a good thinker, though. I would like to pick your brain. A nigga, excuse me, a brother's gonna look at that who is not conscious, who is not down on themselves. It's gonna look and be like, man, she tripping. She tripping. So what I'm trying to say is this, man, acceptance. Accept the fact that you may not fit in, because in the world that we live in today, everybody wants to be the same, which that's fine. That's fine. And you probably will be persecuted just a little bit. And you might have to beat your little drum and carry your little cross all up and down the street because you want to be different. Don't let anybody change who you are and what you're doing, man. Don't let anybody change that, man. I had a motherfucker tell me the other day, man, you look stupid with that on your head. Because I have my bandana and all, Scott, you know what I'm saying? Tied with my hat on. I looked pretty nice, though, for real, right? But in my mind, I didn't get upset. I just snickered to myself. Thank you. I'm glad I do. Because, see, this is the thing. A lot of people, if you look God in the face, you'll probably say, man, dude, look weird. Feel me? If you've seen success, you probably think it looks strange because you've never had it, man. Individuality is something people never had. People can't find, well, I would say can't, people are striving to run away from the original version of themselves. So when you find the original version of you, you're going to have a bunch of echopraxic people, a bunch of among us type characters. We got to bring them down. Why? Because if he or she shows the individuality in their life, that makes us look like the kings and queens of mediocrity. You understand? Acceptance is the way. Accept the fact that you're special and you're not meant to be like anybody else. Accept the fact that if they got to go through all this trouble to get on your nerves, break your focus, or, oh God, let's drive people crazy. You got to be pretty powerful because you're renting space in grown people's heads, professional people's heads. Let's say that too. People who are professionals, people who got pieces of paper hanging on their wall, and they got people who call them Mister or Sir, and they got a title. Little old you, little old you, tink tink. You're all in their head dancing, baby. You doing the jig. You're getting sturdy, all in their brain, baby. Getting stupid sturdy. I'm talking about like, yeah. You're getting sturdy all on their frontal lobes because you're controlling their movements. You really, really want to, and see, and I'm gonna say this too. And, I'm not, cause I'm not gonna come back with another live. People they don't watch the lives, but at the end of the day, you don't read the books that the Most High has put out here. So this is why we're going all funny, 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 right? We always want to skip to the meat and potatoes, but we don't want to eat the whole meal, man. Hey, these people aren't your enemies. It's the paradigm that is behind these enemies. And the more, see, the distraction is, the true distraction is, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Say you got a cousin, right? That's a karmic, right? Are you going to consistently return to sender, return to sender, return to sender? This is what the demon or paradigm that is working through them wants. That's the distraction. You have to understand. Think about how a polar bear and a hunter are, right? You're the hunter and the polar bear is the karmic, right? Let's just say that. So now you're hunting the karmic because now they messed with you. So now you're on the hunt for them. But do you know a polar bear hunts the hunter? So now you're watching these tracks, footprints. Catch that. You're chasing these footprints, right? And then you see that if you're not paying attention, the footprints it's gonna go one this way and one this way. See, the person, the physical person, the manifestation of the person is the distraction. The entity wants you to hate that person. The entity wants you to go after that person. The entity wants you to curse, scream, wish that person to hell. Why? Because you're hurting yourself in the process. And also, the why you're doing that, you're waging war against somebody who doesn't mean anything. They've already played their part. All they did was throw the brick and hide their hand. You see where the brick's coming from, and now you're going to chase them off into the dirt. I mean, off into the darkness. You're just going to chase them off to the darkness, and just like the polar bear on the hunter, you're going to hear something behind you. And you're going to look, and then there's the entity, because you've been focused so much on these human people who don't have power at all. None of us do. We have favor. This isn't power over my life. I don't have power. I have favor, right? Let's keep it humble. Let's keep it low to the ground like a snake belly, baby. You feel me? We are all powerless. We have favor. That's it. And some have more favor than others. You dig? So don't go, when you see people come up against you, step back from that, man, and realize, wait a minute. Is this the Jezebel spirit that's been plaguing my bloodline, that's been running through my bloodline, causing people to backbite, break up relationships, people not to be happy? Is this the Leviathan? Right? Is this the Ahad? Is this Beelzebub? Is this the Judas spirit? And the only way that you will truly attack this paradigm, attack this entity, is to really do your due diligence. You need to get in them books. People are, oh, the Bible is this. Oh, the Quran. I'm not a Muslim. I don't read it. Oh, the Torah. Oh, the Jews, they did this, man. I love my brothers, man. And listen, we are all one people. We are one people, man. I bet you if you lined up every race in the room and you pulled out a gun, everybody's guys are going to get big because they know they can bleed the same. They know they can die the same. Look, here they go with the lawnmower, man. Hey, listen, I love y'all, man. I do. And I love when y'all, come on, baby. Come on. Because I'm not in challenge with anybody. I challenge myself. I wake up every day and I go to war with my own self-doubt. I wake up every day when I open my eyes and say, guess what? The sun's there. I didn't have to put every tree in the ground straight. I didn't have to feed every bird. I didn't have to put the sun in the sky just so perfectly and picturesque. All I got to do is be me. And if being me makes you upset, guess what, Tink Tink? You're going to have a bad day. I digress. Now, what I'm trying to say is this. When you are at war, spiritual warfare, remember, Ephesians 6, we war not in flesh, but principality of spirit. War against the spirit. When you identify what spirit it is, start to pray that yoke off. Start to pray that down, right? Listen at them, right? They got the message. Make a lot of noise, make a lot of noise. I love them, man. I love them. You feel me? And that's not sarcastic. I love everybody. Pray the entity down. See, every time I start talking like this, because I'm giving real game, people want you to chase the human being around. Pray the entity from your bloodline. Pray the entity from your Akashic records. Then what you do, you make your own pact with the Almighty Yah. Almighty Yah, after me, no one will eat from the table of Jezebel and their daughter. Give me victory. No one will eat at the table of Leviathan after me. I will be my own patriarch. I will set things right in this line. And believe me, you will see change, big change. But the more you go chasing after something that's flesh, you're going to get flesh. If you want blood, then you're going to get blood. We don't want blood. We want victory. We want victory. You don't want your children's children's children to deal with what you're going through right now? Pray that paradigm down. And I'm not playing, man. This is a very serious thing. The decoy is the person. Good example. You think that a witch, wizard, warlock, and I only use those terms, you know what I mean? Practitioner, sorcerer, whatever you want to use. And I don't use these in negative, maliceful ways because I have love for everyone and every craft on every aspect because we all are one. Do you think that practitioner is powerful or do they have favor? I'm not going to answer that. You answer that. But if this practitioner sent some negative energy or sent something your way, are you going to say to the practitioner, return to sender to Judy Joe? Return to sender. No. You need to know what is sent. Is it chaos magic that is sent? Then you go look up who was the agents of chaos. Pray that paradigm down. Don't worry about who's sending it because they're flesh and blood like you. They're going to die like you sooner or later. We war against the principalities, not flesh. Pray the paradigm down. You war in spirit against spirit. If you were given the gift to actually go to spirit and petition and war and do what you do, then you war in spirit, as above, so below. See, all the blockages manifest themselves above you before they come down. Why do you think these, like, people say, man, out of nowhere, something just happened? No, it didn't. Life don't give, nothing comes out of nowhere if you're tapped in. If you're moving in spirit, you will get confused by saying, okay, I'm going to return to sender to this human being, right? Because at the end of the day, you're basically going to the Most High Yah saying, I don't like one of your kids and I want to knock his ass down. How is that going to work? When Yah going to say, oh, bro, that's my responsibility. I'm going to check them. But who's checking you? You want to knock down an old boy or old girl? No. Your job is to knock down the shit that's on top of them. This is why I put you in place, my buddy, my boy, my mama. This is why I put you in place, right? And the last thing I'm going to say, you were put in place because you were strong enough to handle it. This is a very important time. I will give a little bit more game as far as, man, I can't fuck up my own window, man. I can't give you that game right there. I can't play. I ain't going to play myself. Maybe next year I'll give you that game around this time. Once I ascend the throne, then once I make my move, hey man, anybody can come. But I gotta make my move first. You feel me? I gotta make my move first. Don't let nobody mess up your window by talking too much about what you've learned and what you've known. This is why the occult knowledge is hidden. Now, a lot is out in the open. A lot is out in the open, but a lot isn't. Stop with that, man, telling people what your sign is. Stop telling people, when you meet somebody, what's your sign? You know what I tell a person? I don't have one. And they, I don't have one. No, I don't. I seriously don't. I don't. I don't. Because I move through the moon. And the moon moves through 12 houses. So you mean to tell me that just because I have one, I'm an astrological sign, I'm null and void on another other 11? Man, stop playing with me. Really, because Ophiat is the extra. So, stop giving too much information on yourself to people, man. Something that helped me a lot is remember what you have told people and stick to that same thing. Because they're going to send other people in to ask your information, trying to get different stuff out of you. You right? So it could be not used against you, but so they can set up a profile of how to not so much attack you, but where your weak spots are. Tell people the same thing you've been telling them. Hey, man, where'd you say you came from? Oh, man, I came from blah, blah, blah. But everybody knows that. Be careful with your information, man. And And this is the last thing I'm gonna say. Stop. Hey man, everybody ain't meant to be slept with. Some people are meant just to be, hey, how you doing? When you lay your body down with somebody, you're putting yourself in a big risky position. Big risky position. Be wise, man. Think above it. And I'm gonna end it by saying and reiterating: study and show thyself approved. Understand. See, the word, people hear the word demonic entity and they'll pucker. Oh my God, I don't want to hear that, bro. Let me tell you something. And this is the truth. If we are on the battlefield and we were talking about the enemy, soldiers are like, all right, yeah, bet, yeah, okay, cool. Y'all flanking, y'all going this way. We on them. We're down. Let's go. You don't hear people, oh my God, they're coming. You don't hear people saying that. And then and again, when you're in war, know your weapons. Do you think a soldier right now cannot tell you how to disassemble his weapon, put his weapon together? If it gets jammed, how he can sports. My military people know sports. How to get that baby unjammed. You feel me? You don't know how to get yourself out of a situation because you don't know your weapon. You don't know your sword. You don't know the ammunition. Study and show thyself approved, man. You are a machine that is meant to work like a well-oiled machine. But you keep getting snags and ticks here and there, and you need this and that. Why? Because you're not studying and showing thyself approved. You are approved. But you have to show that. And if you don't know what weapons to use against your enemy, you're gonna lose. And if you don't know how to shoot, you don't know how to slice, you don't know how to attack, you're gonna lose. It's in there, man. It's in those books. They're not just here to look at. Do you understand what I'm saying? All the books. There's truth in everything. Hey, man, I love y'all, man. I just wanted to put that out there because a lot of people are going through spiritual warfare, going through attacks, and you're going to keep going through it, and you're not going to find an exit because you keep throwing karma back and forth. This is how they want you to create karma. If you really want to step off the wheel of reincarnation, you're going to have to really work. And in order to clear your karmic debt, really work. Which it's not hard to do, but you just got to do the heavy lifting. It's not. You just got to do the heavy lifting. But if you go attacking a person because they did something to you, you're gonna gain more karma, and that's what they want. They want to stick you in the same place, man. They want to stick you in the same place. Hey, I'm out of here, man. Be well.